Lenny Kravitz, Fly Away on 108.9 The Hawk. The 108.9 The Hawk Morning Show. Now, Jeff, that was just added to the playlist.
I'm glad we're getting new songs on the playlist finally. It's refreshing.
I don't know if I agree with you here. Barry is our new music director here at 108.9 The Hawk, and he claims that Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz is classic rock, and I fucking do not.
These are the debates. These are the debates. I mean, when you listen to it, do you not think this is classic Kravitz?
I don't think, because when I'm talking classic Kravitz,
Classic
I'm talking
Kravs?
Class Kravs. I'm talking Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Sure.
I'm talking Believe.
Sure.
That was basically a Led Zeppelin song that he wrote.
Oh, basically, yes.
Believe. When I listen to Fly Away, it makes me think about how I'd like to fly away. In my brand new Gulfstream that I just purchased, hell of a plane. Hell of an airplane.
You're flying it yourself, I've heard.
I am learning. I've got 2 hours in the cockpit.
Wow.
Some airports, depending on which country you're flying into, they only require 1. I go to that country most of the time.
Mostly planning on doing international flights.
That's really what I'm planning on doing. I've decked it all out like the Zeppelin starship on the inside.
Oh.
We've got the organ and the bar in the middle, so you can, come up and play some songs on the organ when we just drink the whole time.
Now that sounds like safe flying to me. And everyone's drinking, and you're flying that plane.
Everybody's drinking. Everybody. I'm drinking. Nick Nolte's drinking.
Oh, your best friend?
John Paul Jones.
Oh.
Jimmy Page. We're all drinking.
Oh, I can't. How about that magic unicorn? Is he getting on there with that plane?
No, he flies alongside. He doesn't need to get on the plane. That's crazy.
Oh, the nice part about personal planes is that you can do anything on those things.
You can do anything.
International waters applies mostly to planes.
Mate, it's typically just planes.
Typically just planes. And I tell you, if someone goes disappearing up there,
they're gone.
They're gone. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows where they went?
The authorities don't, I'll tell you that much. But I'll tell you this, though.
Tell me this,
something, though.
Could you tell me this?
The thing that makes that song classic to me is that...
Right. Oh, we're back on Fly Away.
Yeah. We never left Fly Away in my heart, all right? Because
good.
I'm glad. Jeff the Angry Man Garlock is a big Krav head.
Yeah.
The thing is, it may not be as classic as some of his other classic songs.
Mama said
there would be Kravitz, but you gotta admit with me, if you're gonna fly away with someone, you probably want Kravitz flying with you.
You want Kravitz on your plane. You don't want him living next to you in an apartment, though, because that apartment he's got some real bathroom habits. It's gonna seep through, and there's nothing I hate more. When I lived in Manhattan, I lived directly under Britt Hume, who is a commentator.
Of course.
And my lord, the shits.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God! They would seep through indeed.
The thing I heard about Kravitz too, and I will agree with you.
We're back on Kravitz now.
Of course, we have never left Kravitz.
Okay, good.
The thing I will say about Kravitz is his shits do stink. I've heard. Word is on the street, and also he is best friends with Viggo Mortensen. Now those are two smelly people. All right, both of them are not into showering that often, and they both have to go to a gastroenterologist. That's just what I've heard in the classic rock news circuit out there.
Well, that's almost like it's a good rock fact right there.
It is almost.
It's almost okay.
It's
so we
almost
won't,
like a good rock fact.
Scotty, do not fire off the sounder for good rock facts.
No, that is more of a good rock conjecture. Do we have the good rock conjecture? We don't. Scotty's just saying no. All right, fine.
Head no.
Can we make the goddamn good rock conjecture? Because sometimes Jeff the Angry Man Garlock is going to start going off, and sometimes I'm going to tell you things that sound very truthful, and they are hardly based in fact. But to me, they might as well be.
Yep. Hey, it is the 108.9 The Hawk Morning Show, and it is 7:04. Wow, we're just getting through the 7 a.m. hour. I do want to let you know that Jason Gore, our good buddy, who should be in the studio, I don't know why he's not in the studio with us.
And it just says on our paper, should be in the studio.
Should be in the studio. But he's also out at Fall Festival Days at Shetland Creameries.
Oh.
He's going to be out there from 7 until 9 this morning. We'll check in with him. I've heard that they've really updated the corn maze. So they have a no child lost guarantee this year. Unlike last year.
No, last year was like a pinky swear promise.
And
they were certainly losing a couple kids there. But that's that's the F squared days for you. Sometimes you're going to lose a kid if you're going to celebrate the fall.
If you celebrate fall, if you eat an apple cider donut, sometime in that process, you're going to lose a child.
That's just a fact.
It's just a fact. I'm not saying they die. I'm just saying they vanish.
Oh, God, no. They could be in some sort of nether region. It could be the Slender Man, but the Slender Man that doesn't kill kids. It could be just one of those Slender Mans. It's just a good Slender Man.
He's not completely slender. He's got a little meat on his bones. That's how you can tell between Slender Man and not quite Slender Man.
You've got Slender Man. He is like a bone. That guy is going to kill your kids.
God,
you get Slender Man with just a little bit of junk in his trunk. And you're just like, he's just going to take those kids. He'll play with them somewhere.
Like a Slender Man who probably enjoys a good meal at Sharnie's. For free at Sharnie's. Of course, Sharnie's, the sponsor of the 108.9 The Hawk Morning Show. I do have to say, Geoff, we do have a guest with us this morning. We can go ahead and bring her in because everybody is going to want to hear about everything she's going to say. Of course, she's in town for RecordCon 2022. That is a record convention that everybody's excited for. That's going on at the Verde Convention Center, RecordCon 2022. Now,
home of the tightest record shelf rows. That is the promise. They will pack in as many records as they can get in there, and it is hard to get through those aisles. And that's what you want in a record convention.
So if you've been driving around Valverde and you see the billboards that say, we have the tightest, they're talking about their record shelves at RecordCon 2022.
Not a billboard for chestnuts.
Not a billboard
for chestnuts. Shockingly. They do usually have, we have the tightest ... chestnuts. If they're talking about their nuts. It is hard to crack those nuts.
It is so hard to crack those nuts. Hey, speaking of RecordCon 2022, Greg Sourlemon's going to be out there this Saturday and Sunday. That's tomorrow and the next day for all the fucking record nerds to check out everything going on. And that, of course, is why Felicity Plaster Caster is in town. Felicity, thank you for joining us here.
Hi.
Oh, wow. That's an exciting start to the interview.
Wow.
What
Ready
an exciting
for radio.
Start. Yep, this is how it goes. Well, Felicity, thank you so much for being here. So you are touring with some of the dicks that, for the listeners, if you're unfamiliar, why don't you tell us about it, Felicity?
For one thing, I'm an artist.
Okay. Wow.
And what I do is I create realistic size plaster casts of penises. I mean, you may have heard of this. This is something that's been going on since the 60s.
Oh, yeah, there's other plaster casters, of course. They get all the popular dicks, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you're implying. Are you suggesting that the penises that I choose
I'm not. I don't even know the list. I don't know who you've casted or not.
He's just taking a guess here.
I am taking a wild guess. I'm going to say that you had quite a few popular dicks as well.
Well, of course.
Let's give us a list. Give us a taste of some of the dicks that you have.
Well, I'm so sorry. Have you heard of Tony Danza?
Whoa! Who's
Angela,
the boss?
Samantha, Mona, my
Angela.
dick.
Well, I casted his driver, Hank.
Wow.
Whoa, Hank. My dick.
Hank.
Hank's a good guy, too. I met him.
Hank's a great driver. I've been driven by Hank before, so you got a good one there.
That's
okay,
a nice one.
What else you got?
I feel in many ways that you're not respecting that.
I am loving every second of this, and everybody's
What is not to respect? You have made some beautiful art. You have made some beautiful art. You have made some beautiful representations of what classic rock really is about sometimes, and that is just about a big old honking dick. You know,
I just like learning about a big hog, and especially on a morning show. And I
consider myself a historian.
No, I consider you a historian. Oh, Geoff, are we not watching the History Channel right now?
It feels like I'm watching the History Channel right now.
This is where history comes to life.
History was made with a plaster caster dick.
Thank you. And also my excitement, and you may think I'm not treating you fairly. I just get excited when anyone says Tony Danza.
Yeah.
If it weren't for me,
right,
no one would have casted the two guys from Air Supply.
Those are dicks we definitely need to record.
There's one thing.
We need to record those dicks in memory. Now, do you think, now I got to ask you, we're going to keep running down your list here. Do you think any of these dicks or penises, I should probably stop. Dicks is probably not
I prefer to say.
Hold on. Scotty, can you talk to the FC? Get him on the horn, see if we can say dicks or penises.
Can we say dicks?
He said no.
know.
Can we
He
say
says
penises? Saying no to that as well. So I'm a little lost
I
here.
personally prefer to say genitalia.
Okay.
Learning
that is
something new from a historian, archivist,
Right.
artist every day. The titles just keep growing with you.
Genitals, genitalia, anything in that realm.
Genitalia.
Genitals.
Because what I do...
Is you have a
album from
Jethro
Tool.
Tull one, a genital. That would be wonderful.
Oh my God, do you have a Jethro Tull?
No, I don't even know who Jethro Tull is.
Excuse? Whoa.
You're going to get Angry Man going over here. It's only his favorite band.
Oh my God.
He's gonna-
You're not even going to give me a plaster
He's gonna
caster of a flute or anything.
He's going to smash a couple flutes over there.
I guess if I'm being really honest,
Please be
sitting
honest.
down here, I made some notes about the art that I've done over the
Right.
past decades. Really and truly, most of the names that were coming to me as being, profound influencers of my work
Right.
are actors.
Really?
I have no idea why it's worked out that way, but
That is so interesting. What a
Actors are the original influencers.
They are. And what that is really shocking to me, because I know that Cynthia Plaster Caster, who
Sure.
you obviously know did a lot of rock stars,
Right.
did not venture into the acting arena. So this is kind of the ground that you made for yourself, right?
well, I just really took any old dick that went my way.
Oh, she said it.
she said it. I guess we're saying dick. Scotty.
That's
All
also
right.
that's also the name of my favorite Clint Eastwood Western.
It is. And also your memoir, I believe, right? I mean,
Yes.
did you have any legal problems with Clint on naming your memoir that? That's what I was wondering.
Did Mr. Eastwood, or should I say Mayor Eastwood, have any
please.
problems whatsoever with the name of your book? What was the name of your book again? Any Old Dick Which West?
Any old dick that came my way.
Any old dick that came my way.
Every which way but loose. It's a little bit, again, it feels like Mayor Eastwood is going to come at you for this. I don't know. Or at least the chimpanzee. I'm not a legal man.
They will take your face off sometimes.
They will.
Well,
I mean,
the way that I
legally,
do-
they
Depends
will
on the
take
chimp.
your face off.
It really depends on the chimp.
It
And
does.
to that, I've had to settle multiple legal issues this way. I just
Okay.
offer a cast. I offer a cast.
Well, it's very nice.
That is
I would
very
be-
nice of you.
Listen, I make no money from this.
Really?
Again, this is an art form.
Then how do you support yourself? You don't.
I don't.
She just
You
shrugged.
didn't
If you
hear
could
it.
watch,
Yeah, we just
if
got
you could
an
watch
unknowing
radio right
shrug.
now, you would see the shrug that happened. So she's
telling
figuring it out. Hey,
That's
we're all
interesting.
figuring it.
We
What was
are all figuring. It is so interesting to do art and not really get paid for it. That's interesting.
It is. And speaking,
Well, that's what art is. If you were getting paid for it, would be commercial exchange, and it would be an enterprise.
And speaking of art, we do have to go over to our man in the traffic center right now, Art Spart.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart. Wow! I'd love to say that roads are open and we're good to go, but I wouldn't be a very good traffic reporter if I did that, because I would be fucking lying. It's hell out there, folks. Sweet gravy-tasting Lord above. All of these record nerds are just stopping the flow of the Verde traffic as they try to make their way to the convention center to get their grubby, too much masturbation hands on a sealed copy of Trout Mask Replica for way too much money. Now, I just don't get the appeal, folks. Maybe that's because I refuse to buy records anymore. You heard right. No physical media for Art Spart. My house is full of old copies of TV Guide, off-brand original flavored seltzer, and swords. That's pretty much all I need in life. And if I want to hear a band, I just stream it. If I see a band I streamed in the Hawk studio, I immediately tell them that I just streamed their album. And I wink at them, and oh boy, do they hate that. Yep, they know old Art Spart just gave it to them. Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull won't even look me in the eye. And that's how I know I have the power. And that's 108.9 The Hog Traffic. I'm Art Spart.
It's time for weather on 108.9 The Hawk.
Oh, well, it's the same as it always is. It's cold.
Freezing cold, but I will say a plus here because that vinyl's not going to melt then. All those nerds can shove it in their cars and don't have to worry about it. Don't have to bring the freezer bag.
They don't have to bring the freezer bag. Hey, we do have to take a commercial break, but Felicity, why don't you give us 2 more cocks?
Does the name Geoff Skunk Baxter ring a bell?
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding. I mean, good Lord.
Geoff Skunk Baxter, producer of the Boondock Saints / The Brood. That's how we mostly know him.
But I know him from the Doobies.
Of course,
personally.
from the Doobs. I'm just playing with you.
Did his ponytail get in the way?
Oh.
His ponytail
Is it part of it?
is so long,
So
integral
so
to the
integral
process
to the process.
that it snaked around his genitalia.
He should be called Jeff Snake Baxter.
He could join Skid Row.
Oh, I love that. That was a good one.
It was like a
very good.
veritable candy cane.
What about his very long mustache? Did it have anything to do?
That's what I'm imagining. That I gotta say, out of all these, I gotta see this one the most because all now I'm picturing is just a gigantic hog, and
Are
it
you
is
saying that you haven't seen it? Have you not read my book?
Well, we haven't. We have read the book.
We've been sent. Well, we've read the book, but we were sent a galley copy that had no pictures,
none whatsoever. So
we were reading captions. So I'm just like, and you
there
were
are a total of 26 words.
but the
that
description of his ponytail and his long mustache wrapping around his cock was beautiful, and it did take up 24 of those words. So we both got through that book pretty quick. Don't worry about it.
I blew through it in one bathroom
If you could send us the photos,
sitting.
that would be great at some point. But we're having some problems with your publicist apparently there.
Wow, I don't know. Honestly, to that I have to apologize. I don't. That's an actual failure.
Yeah, that's a real fucking failure.
Yeah, you really blew it on that one.
You really kind of blew it.
That's fine.
But you know what? The genitalia that I imagine from your book looks pretty majestic in my mind. So I can't wait to see them. They're all going to be on display all weekend long at RecordCon 2022. You get paid for that, I imagine, right? Or are you not even charging people to see these hogs?
If I were to take any money for that,
Right.
it would be honestly degrading to what I do.
Well, I appreciate that.
This is interesting because it feels like this is a choice, not making any money. Like it feels like you have chosen for the sake of art.
Yep.
This isn't just. It's like
Am I supposed to come back on now?
no.
We don't just say art.
Sorry, Art. I can see how that would be confusing. We've never talked about art on the show,
We never do. And then when I hear art, I just get up off the couch that I sleep on, and I come over to the mic, and I think it's art time.
Well, it's not art time.
No, it is not art time. Although sometimes I think maybe I should just say art, get you off the couch, get a little quick 20 in there for me. But because we are up early, Art. I knew you'd like that one.
Oh, you got him good. You got him so fucking good. Hey, we do have to take a break.
We have to pay some bills, unlike some people in this studio, apparently.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this is what's on the system. Geoff, I'm a little confused, but shit. I mean, Barry, the new music director here at 108.9 The Hawk, we cannot question his authority. He is music director. So we'll play it, and here we go. It's Fly Away, Lenny Kravitz on 108.9 The Hawk.
Might be taking back my thesis from before.
Yeah, this is playing out pretty weird. We'll be back. Get ready, Verde, for the concert of the century. Poison. Live at the Valverde Sewage Treatment Plant. That's right. The Valverde Sewage Treatment Plant has created a rock and roll stage. See? We're not all about sewage. When you get down to it, we can be fun people too. And that's why we're breaking in our 5x5 stage with the greatest rock band of all, Poison. With hits like... And... Don't forget about this one. Poison live at the Verde Sewage Treatment Plant with special guest openers, the Lieutenant Dan Band. Poison, Lieutenant Dan Band, this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Why 2 p.m.? Because we can't have people around the sewage vats after dark. But that doesn't make us any less rock and roll. Poison, this Wednesday, live at the Verde Sewage Treatment Plant. Keep listening to 108.9 The Hawk for your chance to win tickets.
Do you want the tiniest tacos in all of Verde?
Damn, this taco's tiny.
Of course you do. Then come on down to Tiny Taco's Taco Stand, the tiniest tacos in all of Verde. We see what you're doing over there, Jack in the Box. Making tiny tacos, sticking them in a weird little carton. That's our idea. So we're making them even tinier. You can hardly even see these tacos.
They're microscopic.
Did I even eat a taco?
Of course you ate a taco at Tiny Taco's Taco Stand. Look, we all know that when food is extra small, it's extra good. So we're shoving lots of little tiny tacos into a weirder little container. It's shaped like a shoe, and it's over 1,000 tiny tacos. Try to put them all in your hand. You might not even see that they're in your hand because they're tiny. Tinier than anything you got, Jack in the Box. So up yours. And the best thing is, they hardly even taste like what you think a taco should taste like. But they're tiny. So many. And you can eat them. And you won't even know it. Because they're tiny tacos. Go to hell, Jack in the Box. Tiny Taco's Taco Stand.
Damn, now that's a tiny taco.
I bet you wanna see Poison Man at Verde Water Plant. Tickets is where you get your tickets to see Poison at the water treatment plant with all the sewage and Lieutenant Dan. Tickets is the only ticket outlet in the Greater Valley area. If you want tickets to see Poison live at the Verde Water Treatment Plant this Wednesday at 2 p.m., you know you can go to any Tickets location and score those tickets to see Poison live in front of sewage. Maybe we'll be looking at sewage. Listen to Poison songs close to the sewage. Hey, Brad Michael signed my thong by the sewage. That's where Poison stage will be. And they're gonna play a show. Tickets all across Verde.
All right,
Yeah,
not classic rock. I'm
Not
very quickly. I'm already. I was just surprisingly had more gumption than I usually do in the morning. Feeling good.
You know, I'm looking through the system here, and usually we can look at all the different songs. We have quite the gold standard of classic rock libraries here at 108.9 The Hawk. And Jeff, I gotta tell you, there's only one song in the system.
What could it be?
I mean, take a guess.
Mama Said.
Nope. Keep
Traveling
guessing.
Wilburys.
It is not. I wish it were.
Okay. Wait a second. It isn't Only Fly, is it?
It is fucking Only Fly Away by Lenny Kravitz. I have no idea.
Not even Come Sail Away.
But here's
that
the
could
thing.
change that up a little.
I would love hearing Come Sail Away.
Well, I mean, look, great.
If I hear Fly Away one more time, I'm going to lose my shit, Jeff.
Well, you heard it here first, people.
And you have not heard Whisp Turlington lose his shit on the air in quite some time. I used to do it. I called this man Greg for months.
Months, a very long time.
Like a total monster.
You destroyed my favorite restaurant multiple times with drones.
I did a drone strike on your favorite restaurant out of pure anger. And if I hear it again, I don't know what's going to happen, Jeff. I kind of think that Wisp could return.
I don't want to see Wisp return. I will say I am happy that Flappers has returned. Everyone should get down there for that.
Me too. What great wings.
They've got that beef heart special. They've got these wings that taste like beef hearts. It is just, and for the record convention, of course, they aren't very good.
Not very good.
But they are delicious. So, you got to go down to Flappers and get some of those.
Hey, I do want to say, later on today on 108.9 The Hawk, we're giving away tickets to Poison, live at the Verde Sewage Treatment Plant stage. Now, this is a new stage that they're doing down there at the sewage treatment plant. They're trying to get people down there, trying to change the image of the sewage treatment plant. They want to show that they can be fun people, too. So they built a little 5x5 stage, and the first band to play on it, it's going to be Poison. Now, I don't know if they're just going to put the drums on the stage, or Brett and Cece are going to have to fight on who's going to pose on the stage. We're going to find out next Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. That is the Poison show. Of course, they have to do an afternoon show. They
Best
cannot.
time to see Poison.
That is when you want to be able to see Poison.
Yeah,
you want to see.
I'm going to take a gamble and imagine that Cece's going to do something kind of funny. I bet you he comes out of that sewage water like he's the Toxic Avenger.
Like he's just like it's a scene out of Predator.
Oh, just like we're all going to say, oh, what happened to his voice? Is he doing the Predator voice?
Is he doing Predator?
And then you're like, nope, that's just CC.
Yes, CC DeVille. But that's all going on next Wednesday, 2 p.m. at the sewage treatment plant. Make sure you see Poison with opening band, Lieutenant Dan Band. That is Gary Sinise's band. Gonna be a great time, so head on down there. Hey, we are still here. We got a great guest in the studio with us. You know her as Felicity Plaster Caster, and we also know her as Felicity Plaster Caster. Okay, Felicity, hit us up. What other hogs you got?
Well, finally, you brought up someone who has been a powerful inspiration for my work.
Are you kidding me?
Finally,
CC DeVille.
Gary Sinise.
Gary Sinise,
even better. Wow.
I have charted Gary Sinise's balls since Forrest Gump.
So you've done it multiple times.
Right, but a lot of people don't know that, based on the tides, the moon, the air quality, balls change.
Oh yeah, I know this.
We know this, I know.
Yeah. And certainly across a career,
I measure my balls, and I'm not saying I'm an artist like you in any way.
Thank you.
But barometric pressure seems to have something to do with my testicles.
You're right.
Does that have any impact on Gary Sinise's gems?
Believe it or not, Gary Sinise is most impacted by his emotions. So,
wow.
They hang high, they hang low, based on how well his career is going. And, nothing has really impacted those balls more than finding his way as a musician, Yeah. And the work that he's done for veterans.
Yep.
You can see it in the plaster casts of the balls. You can see.
I cannot wait to see it.
I can't wait to see it when we get these photos finally. But yes.
So how many casts of Sinise are you going to have out on the table?
Believe it or not, I have 36.
36 casts.
He has been prolific since Forrest Gump. And I would have imagined, it makes sense that the music would have made his balls even more beautiful, but I would have imagined it would have been when he was the voice in Open Season. The wonderful animated flick.
Oh, he was so good. He was so good.
That's it. When I talk Sinise, I'm usually talking Open Season.
I watched Open Season over the weekend. It was just me. It was actually the movie playing on my plane. So I clicked the plane into auto, and I go back. I kick my legs up on the organ, and
get a little Cognac.
My God, I got a little Cognac here, and a little bit of Open Season. And I was watching Open Season, Felicity, and I was thinking, I wonder what the state of his balls are.
Wow.
So it's really amazing to hear this.
Honestly, that is very gratifying to hear.
Yeah.
Because I think for so many people don't even think to ask that question. They don't even ask to think, like, what's going on?
What were they feeling?
And that's the thing. When I'm usually watching a children's animated film, I am thinking, how are the voice actors' balls doing today?
Sure.
That's what's coming across to me when I'm watching Disney Plus, your Paramount Plus, your Don Bluth Plus,
Peacock Plus, Channel 4 Plus.
Channel,
no
the
longer-
elderly
no longer
channel
HBO.
Channel
plus.
8 Plus. Yeah,
Channel
what did
8
you say?
Plus.
Which one did you say?
No longer HBO Max.
No longer HBO Max. There's no ballage there.
No animation.
No animation.
Never gonna wonder
Never gonna
about
happen
voice
again.
actors' balls on HBO Max, and that's the shame of the entertainment industry, if you ask me.
I was
There's
watching
a great contraction.
great contraction of balls in animation right now, and we're just gonna have to see what the industry does. See how they fix it. How they.
If I'm gonna find out how Billy Connolly's balls are doing, then I need to. I need to.
Hey, I do have to say, I was watching. This is on the subject, Scotty. You don't have to give me that look. I know what I'm talking about here.
He's shaking his head now.
You piece of shit. I was watching Toy Story 3. And I got to say, before I even knew any of this, Felicity, I found myself wondering, I wonder what John Ratzenberger's balls are like.
That's a great question. I'll never know the answer to that.
Now, he's never allowed you to do it.
Wow.
It's not. No. I haven't allowed him.
Oh, this is a scoop here. What's your beef with Ratzenberger?
Yeah, what's your beef with Ratzenberger?
It's my choice who I choose to sculpt, who I choose to immortalize.
Well, he played Cliff on Cheers. Did you get anyone else from Cheers? Did you get Coach's balls?
George Wendt?
Did you get Kirstie Alley's vagina?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Do you ever go there?
Oh, that is a wow! I didn't even know that I had
Didn't
it in
even
me to
knew
lead
that
you
I
there.
knew that.
I didn't even know that I knew that.
Yeah.
So you do it on women as well.
I do it on everyone. If you were interested, and if I feel that what you have to offer needs to be on display, then sure. It has nothing to do with gender.
Oh, that is
And
Here's
how
an
boring.
interesting
2022,
question.
my
How
friend.
This
boring.
might be an
boring.
interesting.
How
Welcome to
boring.
2022,
Hey,
right?
it's Happy New Year, everybody. 2022.
Speaking of 2022, I know you seem to be focusing on the balls here. What do you do if you got to get a plaster cast of a castrato? Now, that's what I would want. The famous castrato singer.
Jeff, for the listeners, what is
You
a
know,
castrato?
of course, what I'm talking about. A castrato is a certain type of singer that when boys were a young age, the Pope or other religious members would cut off their balls, castrate them.
We're going into Dan Brown territory here.
Yes,
It's like,
exactly.
where's-
I believe it
where's-
is actually a main plot in the fourth Da Vinci Code book. And they would cut off their balls to make them have a castrated sound so
Da
that
Vinci's
as they got
balls.
older, their voice sounded very... And it was a terrible practice that the
How
Catholic
did it
Church
sound again,
did.
Jeff? What did it sound like? Nice. Yeah,
I
it's
think.
good.
I mean, it's already just misunderstanding where I'm going here.
So you've never had a castrato?
Well, I haven't yet. But certainly.
Oh, you've heard it here
There's
first.
still
Never
time.
had a castrato.
Never had it. Could be a castrato in the future.
But the only balls that I've casted are Gary Sinise's. So.
Wait. Oh, those are the only balls.
Right.
Okay, well then let's get back to the
To the Sinise.
to the penis list. Who else do you have?
Well, I'm certain.
Who's going to be on the table?
I'm certain that it's not a table. I do it on a couch.
Wait. So you have a couch?
Oh, yeah, he was speaking in just figurative terms, but you thought that we thought you just had to serve it up on a table for you to cast it. No,
I was
didn't
talking
think
about
that.
Record Con 2022.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
but
about when
now
I was
we know that
hearing
it's all
him.
on a couch.
I honestly
Insane.
just feel like you haven't done the research on the work that I do. That's my feeling.
Well, again,
But-
there wasn't much in those 36 words in the galley that your publicist said. That's their problem, not ours.
I do have a list here from Scotty, and I'm just going to ask you to tell us a little bit about a couple of the dicks here.
It's just like a lightning round of dicks.
Well, you haven't even discussed. I mean, the penis that I'm most excited to share.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
of
do
course, is of course Russell 11.
Russell 11, the founder of 7-Eleven.
Of course,
Co-founder.
Mr. 11.
Co-founder.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
because there was
There was
You didn't
also
get
Ernest.
Franklin 7.
Ernest Franklin 7.
7.
Ernest Franklin
Ernest
7
Franklin
Jr.
7 Jr. and Russell 11 founded 7-Eleven.
We all
Everybody
know the
knows that.
Wikipedia
Come on.
history of 7-Eleven.
Why are we even
I
talking
didn't
about
explain
that? So let's talk about, so you got Russell, but you never got Ernest.
No.
You could have completed the set.
To me, it's not about that. It's about
Talk about a big gulp, am I right? Nailed it.
Well, if you're asking if I did If there was an exchange, that's one of the rare occasions that there was an exchange of...
Whoa.
Right.
Wait, so you never usually do that, but you did for Russell 11, the co-founder of 7-Eleven.
Well, he purposefully sought me out, and he offered me a 7-Eleven green card.
Wait, oh my God, this is the famed 7-Eleven green card.
That allows you to cross borders in between
Correct.
countries to go to 7-Elevens in other countries.
I can go
But only for that.
internationally.
You can go international, only to go to the 7-Eleven.
Right.
Well, I've got a Gulfstream if you'd like to hop on board and we can head on over and see how that green card works.
Or just ride on Jimmy Page's magical unicorn. He'll be going the same path as well.
That could mean anything, but she has no idea that you actually mean a magical unicorn and not a euphemism for his penis. What a show. What a 108.9 The Hawk Morning Show. Man, we are off the charts this morning.
If you want to go to the 7-Eleven
Right.
in the Loire Valley.
Right.
Oh, I do.
That's France, right?
Yeah,
Sure
I believe you're
France.
French right
Scotty,
there.
can you look that up? Is the Loire Valley in France?
Pull down that map that we have folded up in there,
Scotty,
like we're in
just
a
pull it down.
classroom. Pull it down.
There's the thing. You pull
Down. No, you got to catch it. You got
down.
to catch it on the pull down.
Got to pull it.
No, it went back up again.
It went
Scotty
back
is
up.
no
Well,
goddamn
we'll never
help.
know. We'll never know. But one thing we will know, it's traffic.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
Wow! Get ready for this, people. Usually, old Art Spart is commenting on the traffic, and now I am creating the traffic. That is right. If you are down on Hog Street and wondering if the traffic is being caused by a helicopter sitting right in the middle of the road, give yourself a gold star because you are correct. It's me, parking my copter and trying to get into the record convention so I can get my grubby hands all over that sweet, sweet vinyl. I'm a changed man. I no longer am a slave to the streaming music gods. I now bow down to the altar of physical media. How did this turn of events come about? Well, apparently, one of you record nerds heard my previous report, told the other nerds, and you all bonded together, merging into some sort of smelly record nerd Voltron-style record collector. Tall enough to reach up to my copter, and what did you have in your giant hands? Well, a child's record player that one of you was using to listen to piles and piles of garage rock 45s and rare soul records that you probably won't end up buying while sitting cross-legged in an aisle of a record fair, blocking the other buyers much like this traffic. But I tell you what, when I heard that copy of Trout Mask Replica you played on that child's record player, I heard it. The pops, the cracks, the Cookie Monster record needle digging into those grooves and coming out of a tiny tin can of a speaker. Well, I have never heard music like that, and I never will again. The unlistenable squeaks and squawks of Beefheart. Well, they made sense. So, Art Spart is a man who can grow and throw out all of his beliefs. I will now blow all of my money on rare pressings of free jazz records that I will only probably listen to once. Thank you, vinyl. You have changed me. Traffic will let up when I get a copy of the Contortions by. This is Art Spart for 108.9 The Hawk Traffic.
It's time for weather on 108.9 The Hawk.
Jesus Christ, again. We did it. It was cold.
It's cold. That's all we need to focus on. It's cold, but now Art is good for Art, I gotta say.
Good for Art.
Good for Art, changing his beliefs.
Good for Art.
Good for Art. Art, good for you.
Thank you, guys. I'm still listening from the copter.
Then we appreciate
All
it.
right. What do you want, a conversation?
Yeah, it's about as far as it goes, Art.
Yeah, this
you
is
know?
it.
I
Speaking of
figured.
Art, though, and we're not talking about you, Art, let's get back to the Art.
Oh, yeah. I would
Finally.
like.
Me?
Finally.
Yes, you.
You know, I have a limited amount of
Okay.
time. It's 7
Sorry,
in the
yes,
morning.
you-
We said art, so I'm back.
No, Art, this is, okay, again.
Oh, God. Turn it
God
off.
damn it, this is a real who's on first situation
Yeah.
here.
All right, well, I'll be back here, guy.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's get back to these cocks then. Courtney Cox. You got a Courtney Cox?
Do you have a Courtney Cox?
No.
Well, that's
Okay,
okay.
well,
Do you have any of the friends? I bet you got a LeBlanc in there.
Well, I have Gunther, R.A.P.
Oh my God, R.I.P.
How about Fun Billy? Is that the name of that boyfriend? The one who was an alcoholic? You got Fun Billy.
You know, when I talk about
I
friends,
really just told you I have one friend, and that was Gunther, R.I.P.
So
You
no
know,
Fun Billy.
no Fun
All right,
Billy.
fine. That was my favorite, but fine, whatever.
that's my favorite
Okay,
too.
I mean, listen, do you really want to talk about the stars that I've had? Because let's talk about it. Let's talk about Paul McCartney.
Oh, here we go.
Excuse me.
Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Grand dude himself.
I casted the Paul McCartney from the Beatles tribute band on the Norwegian cruise line ship. They're called the Seedles.
The Seedles. So they're at sea, and they're the Beatles.
They're the Seedles.
So they become the Seedles. My God,
That's
that's
an
almost
interesting name.
almost more impressive than my favorite Beatles tribute band. Of course, is Dr. Robert.
I've never heard of Dr.
You
Robert.
never heard of Dr. Well,
If this Beatles tribute band if Dr. Robert didn't tour on the sea with Norwegian cruise lines, then I don't know about him.
so was there a time period where you were just like, I'm only doing seabound dicks?
Well, sure. Isn't that true for everybody?
So this is like you were.
That is true. That is true for everyone. We
Every
all get
artist
there.
goes, goes through a period where they're like,
I wanted
sometimes
to live on the ocean.
you wanted to live on the ocean.
Right.
It was that
And-
year where we only played Jimmy Buffett and Christopher Cross songs.
Oh, I remember that. That was, oh, Jesus.
Wow.
What was that? 2005.
Yeah, I believe so. We put on our white hats and we got excited for a year. It's like, and we kept yelling, "We're gonna retire! We're gonna retire!"
Take me away. See, I loved it so much, I learned how to sing it.
It's beautiful. The doctor did tell me I need to stop eating so many cheeseburgers, even if it had a big old pickle.
I like mine with mustard and tomatoes.
Big
Cheeseburgers.
Wing down gators.
Oh, were there alligators in it?
That was the interesting part. People don't
Do you
hear. We
have
were
a
listening
Jimmy-
to demos when he was making burgers out of gators because he is from Florida, of course.
Do you have a Jimmy Buffett?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
No problem.
I have a waiter from Margaritaville.
That counts.
That counts. That
Counts in my book.
I can picture them making the guac right in front of you at the station while I'm looking at that cock.
He's like, how long is this going to take? I got to finish this guac for table 14.
And you're like, get back on the couch.
Does the couch have wheels?
Of course.
Oh, good question.
I am full of them this morning.
Got it.
Jeff.
Of
So you
course.
wheel a couch around. You push this couch around to wherever you're going.
I just want people to be comfortable. I mean, the only
comfort.
way,
You gotta be
the only way
comfortable.
that you're going to be comfortable and to be vulnerable is to sit in a cozy, soft couch that you sink into in much the same way that the penis sinks into the plaster cast material.
Understandable.
I thought
Does
you
that
were gonna
make
talk
it?
about-
Yeah, I thought the penis sinking into the body is what you were going to talk about there.
Hidden penis.
Yeah, because actually, I feel like
That
now that I'm
happens.
thinking about it,
That
they
happens.
get
That
they get a
happens.
little bit too comfortable on that couch. You might be losing an inch or two on that plaster cast, if you know what I
Maybe
mean.
about the size,
Guys, I just got a text message from Boss Ron. He says, knock it off with the penis talk.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where our interview
So,
can go there.
We're going to have to
Don't
make
know
up.
why I was booked.
No.
so far.
We're going to come up with other words.
Okay, yes. Yeah, so tell us about some other Long Dong Silvers that you've got.
My
Well-
favorite fast seafood restaurant.
Oh, I love going to Long Dong Silvers down on Hog Street.
You
I
get
tell ya.
the chicken planks.
Oh, we've been talking so
The
much
hairy
about
calamari platter is wonderful.
We've been talking so much about Lenny Kravitz, and it's a surprise to me that you haven't even brought up. I mean, that's my, the pièce de résistance.
I thought you were going to surprise us, so I wasn't surprised when you said it because that is one kielbasi that I know about.
You know, I have seen it. I've seen pictures of it.
I've seen pictures too.
It popped out and played a guitar solo once when he opened for the Rolling Stones on their Voodoo Lounge tour.
It did every morning. That's the
Sure.
thing, because now every morning I know I'm getting sick of that song being played on our playlist. And Barry, we do have to talk about this after.
Yeah,
but
Barry could.
every morning I wake up and I check on my phone, check my email, no emails. I check my Instagram, no likes. And then I go to the fappening.com and I look up Kravitz Dong and
Sure.
it is there.
It's
It is there. I just like to
there.
know that it's still there in this world. But
Well, see,
so
that's
do
the
you
thing.
have one?
Do you have one? And is it sliding on its knees playing a Les Paul?
Yeah.
Oh my God. First of all, I don't condone the fappening. I don't condone anything.
None of us do. I don't go there. That's
just because I looked at it doesn't mean that I condone it. Come on.
Yeah.
In this case, it was Lenny.
He let you call him Lenny.
Wow.
Freely.
I always have to say Mr. Kravitz.
He freely sat on my couch.
Wow.
And when you say it could lose an inch or two, you're right. I mean, sometimes it's hard to find. I think Lenny is famous for having a large Frankenfurter.
Yeah.
One you don't have to look too hard to find.
Frankenfurter, we can say all day long.
Yeah, we can say Dr. Frankenfurter.
But when he sits on a couch, it goes inside.
It goes in. So you're saying his Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage it just goes back into the wrapper.
His Rocky Horror Picture Show just pulls back into that turtle.
His Diet Coke Zero can.
Wow.
Completely.
So he does have a chode. Can I say chode?
Yeah, I don't think that is on the list.
That's on the list. Never mind.
Just
Strike that.
no.
Can we just erase that part?
Scotty,
hit the backward and erase.
But I do have to hear that Mr. Kravitz sound one more time, please.
Sure. I mean, I think you probably know the sound. So many people know the sound. I'm sure every time that you sit on the couch, it goes.
Oh, wow. I know that noise too well. And let's just leave it at that. Okay.
No. I gotta say, can I hear it one more time?
Just one more time, though.
One more time.
Just one more time.
I feel like
everybody wants to hear it. The phone lines are lighting up.
People are starving for the artist's work.
They're like, please give it to us one more time.
One more time, please don't ask again. I have a lot of things to do. I have to go get breakfast at 7-11.
No, I know that.
Oh, of course.
Of course you would.
Wow.
Well, you triggered it.
Yeah.
So we gotta do it. I am so fucking livid that this is playing, but also stunned.
Can't stop thinking about that cucumber right now.
Oh my God. 108.9 The Hawk.
All right, people, how we doing? How we feeling? How are we living today? This is Greg Lemon Sour from 108.9 The Hawks, going deep. Every Saturday at 7 p.m., I play you the dustiest grooves and the deepest tracks you ain't gonna hear anywhere else. But a little reminder, I'm also gonna be broadcasting live this Saturday and Sunday, the Verde Convention Center for RecordCon 2022. That's right, the home for the dustiest grooves. And I'll be flipping through those records just like the rest of you, looking for some nice copy of Television's Marquee Moon. Trust me, I've already got it, all right? I just want a primo version. And I'm going to say it right now. I know I'm there to broadcast. I'm there to talk to you people, but don't give me any grief, all right? You see me picking up a copy of Kate Bush's Hounds of Love? That's just because I want a multiple copy to give many to my friends because they should have it, not because of the Stranger Things soundtrack, but because it is a piece of musical history, all right? And also, by the way, take a bath, okay? If you're coming up to me, I don't want to smell you before I see you, all right? So just back off. But other than that, we're going to be having a good time down there, all right? I'm going to be giving away some giveaways. I'm going to be giving away some swag. I even got a copy of an original OHR pressing of the first Tangerine Dream record, okay? This is when they were still a psych band with Klaus Schulze on drums, all right? Not those bleeps and bloops from later on, all right? I'm not talking about the Risky Business soundtrack. I'm talking about deep psych grooves. But of course, we're going to be having a great time, so come on over and talk to Greg Lemon Sour, okay? But also make sure you give me some space at RecordCon 2022 on 108.9 The Hawk.
Hey, partner, you want some shoes? Well, how about some stinky old cowboy boots? Shit, you came to the right place. I'm Cowboy Pete, owner and proprietor of Cowboy Boot Town, Valverde's only shoe and stinky cowboy boot warehouse. You want a good deal on some extra wide New Balance sneakers? Well, giddy up. We got them. You want some work boots with the steel toe so when something goes wrong with the smelter, it doesn't take your remaining toes off? Giddy up! We got them too! You want the stinkiest pair of cowboy boots that have been rumored to have been pulled from the grave of Billy the Kid himself? If you do in fact believe that Billy the Kid is dead and not immortal, well, giddy up and take a whiff, 'cause we got them. Pretty much anything your feet needs, we can do at Cowboy Boot Town. Yeah! Cowboy Boot Town, 2449 Hawk Street, Verde. So come on down. I ain't gonna smell all these boots by myself.
A secret group of terrorists tries to take over the New York subway system, and the only person who can stop them is a former Navy SEAL turned garbage man. They brought the war to the subways of New York, and now it's time to take out the trash. Again. Robert Ginty, Steve James, Richard Lynch, and Bo Derek in The Garbage Man 2, Stink Again, on the Channel 8 Afternoon Action Blowout. Channel 8, your home for great shit.
God damn it.
Oh, no. Fuck! Barry!
No! I never want to hear it ever again. If I hear it one more time, Barry, I am going to drone your house.
Oh no, Barry, you brought back the drone Wisp.
I will drone you with no qualms whatsoever. I don't care if your whole family is visiting from whatever fucking ass of a town you grew up in.
All right.
I will destroy you, Barry.
Can we get Wisp a cognac here to calm him down? It's 7:30 in the morning here. He needs one, please.
7:30 on 108.9 The Hawk.
My God.
I mean, what kind of piece of shit would erase our entire classic rock library? I can't even listen to Molly Hatchet. No Skennard for Wisp.
No Skennard. Not hearing about the tale of Tom Sawyer from Rush. Not today. Why would Barry erase the drive too? That's the other part that I don't understand.
I have no idea.
You don't have to sweep the drive. We've got other drives.
If I find him, I'm gonna do something that hurts him quick. I'll probably just use like a screwdriver.
Yeah.
I'll put it between my knuckles, and I'll just jab him in the belly a few times.
Yeah.
And I'll jab him in such a way that all the belly juices start to mix, and a doctor can't fix that.
Yeah.
When the belly juices are mixing, a doctor is not going to be able to save his life. Barry, I hope you're listening, because I've got 4 screwdrivers in my desk.
And we ain't talking the drink. Speaking of screwdrivers, can I say,
right now.
Got some cognac over here. Speaking of screwdrivers, anyone's tool look like a screwdriver?
There you go. Very, very, very clean.
Thank you.
I mean, I think you know the answer to this, and it's Alf.
I did.
Knew it.
I knew it as soon as I said it. I gotta say, you are an artist. I gotta say, you are.
Sure,
It is funny.
Thank you.
I remember that when Burger Tools, our local burger chain, had those Alf dolls, and you would get the Alf doll, and it had a screwdriver down there, and I always wondered.
That's amazing to hear that it was anatomically correct, because I do think people didn't think much about Alf.
Alf.
That is the correct pronunciation, but we never got it right.
Alf.
But Americans say Alf.
Oh yeah, you're remembering from when you watched Alf in a 7-Eleven in Germany.
In the Loire Valley, correct? Yes. Am I saying that right?
In the Loire Valley. You saw Alf.
Does anyone have a big gulp I can drink? Le big gulp I can drink while I watch.
I didn't know you spoke French.
Off here in the Loire Valley.
Here we go. Alf.
Of course, you know this across Europe. Alf is Alf. And if you don't say
you go to the Netherlands,
you need to really go back into your throat.
You go to the Netherlands, you're putting back some fries, and you're like, you know, it'd be good right now, good old fashioned episodes of Alf.
The interesting part is Willie sounds exactly the same.
He does.
Sounds exactly the same. Alf.
There's no change. There's no change there.
Right.
Where's the cat?
Alf.
We've gotten away from what really matters here, and that's that Alf has a screwdriver for a
We
penis.
did forget that.
Really,
you know, and it's just like a cat.
Thank you for bringing us
like
back to where we
how
needed
a cat
to be.
can have that little bit of like a drill piece.
I love how you keep us on task, and I do have to ask, have you ever thought about producing a morning show?
Of course not. I'm an artist, and
all right, good.
what's
because
happening
you would get
here
a
is not
paycheck.
art.
Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. I haven't been getting paid for upwards of 2 years to do my job.
This is true.
And so, I mean, I'm basically an artist just like you. If we're going by the simple equation of if you don't get paid for something, you're an artist.
He's resorted to selling bootleg cassettes of Alf down at the.
Yeah.
And they are not
Verde
selling well, I
flea
tell you.
market.
They are not selling well because they have a Blu-ray. They have a Blu-ray in 4K UHD.
Yeah.
Because I'm also a big proponent of physical media. Now that
you especially like the VHS tape where you get to see the tracking go off.
But when you see,
That's the thing I really love when think about VHS. Let me tell you something about Jeff the Angry Man Garlock here.
Jeff, we gotta let the guests.
No, this is important. The guest needs to be quiet if I'm yelling about VHS tapes and the importance of that. But no, you're right. We might as well give her some
There's
time.
another time for that. There's another time. There's always the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we'll get there. In the next hour, we're gonna just a little preview. Next hour of the morning show, we're going to be talking about VHS tapes for an hour.
Specifically, the VHS tapes that you have bootlegged.
Specifically, the tracking problems on my ULF bootlegs. But sorry to interrupt, Felicity. I'm sure you are the guest here. Go on.
I have absolutely no idea what I was talking about. I wanted.
No, you were talking about ULF.
I was talking about ULF and the fact that you have that in 4K.
Right.
I mean, that was like a technology that wouldn't happen for decades after ULF, but the fact that you have that is incredible because what you see is, what people saw in real life around ULF,
Wow. That is, wow.
Anyway, I'm very impressed to hear that you haven't
I'm on
taken
the set of ULF right now.
That's right.
I'm very impressed that you haven't taken a paycheck, and that's actually giving me a newfound respect for what you do. I'll be honest with you. The entire time that I've sat here, I've thought, well, this is just a parade of nonsense and ridiculousness, and frankly, like an insult to my time.
That might be when you're talking to Whisp. He gets paid quite a bit of money. I'm the artist here.
$250K an hour.
Yeah, it pains me every time. But now, I got to say, for the first time in a couple of years, I feel good about not making money. Because I feel like I'm true to myself.
That's absolutely correct.
Well, that's not to get on a Jeff the Angry Man Garlock rant, but I got to say, the thing about VHS is...
No, okay, I'm going to run down the list.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I apologize.
8 o'clock hour, Jeff. 8 o'clock hour.
Sorry.
I'm just going to throw some names out there. Felicity, you tell me what the experience was like.
It's almost as if you created this list yourself, and I
did
haven't
not.
seen it. Okay.
Well, no, this is a list that came from Scotty, our producer, and he swears these are kielbasa's that you have
I prefer to say
put.
play school glowworms.
These are the play school glowworms.
Interesting.
That you have done. Now tell me.
They glow when you squeeze them.
Really?
This is going to be good to know.
I watched all of Chernobyl.
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. The Dracula from the Verde County Fair haunted house.
Well, that was more of an accident, but yes.
That you just fell on it.
No, he fell onto my couch.
He fell into so you were carrying what did you? Oh, he fell onto the couch.
You were carrying the couch. He fell on the couch, and then all of a sudden,
I was scooting the couch through the festival, and
well, that's the county fair.
Well, to me, that's a festival.
Okay, some people
that's
say
the artist's version.
And we were in the haunted house. It's quite dark in there.
Quite dark.
He fell right in.
Wait! You were pushing the couch
through the haunted house in the county fair.
How else are we supposed to get to where we need to go?
That is true.
That is very true. Okay. That's a real Three Stooges situation in the haunted house at the county fair.
Johnny Five from Short Circuit. You know the robot from Short Circuit. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, well.
That's it, because I didn't even know it had genitalia.
I had no idea.
You would be surprised what has genitalia and what doesn't.
Interesting.
Okay, well, there you go.
Didn't completely answer the question.
That didn't, but I mean, it kind of did.
Kind of like an artist.
I love thinking.
What
about the Dunkin' Donuts guy?
Oh, gotta make the donuts. Did you gotta make the plaster cast?
Do you mean Ben Affleck?
No. We mean the old bastard that used to say, gotta make the donuts. They worked him to the bone. He would get up and, so that's wrong.
That's wrong.
That one's
Scotty,
wrong.
you son of a bitch.
But Ben Affleck, yes. So I think that's very insulting that someone...
Was he in his Batman costume?
Of course not. He was wearing what Ben Affleck wears to Dunkin' Donuts.
How do you like them apples?
Which is his Chasing Amy outfit.
Absolutely, that's true. That's correct.
That is true.
That's correct.
Wow, that is true.
He wore his real clothes for that movie.
Actor Stacy Keach.
Sure. Famously, his birthday is June 2nd.
Famously, his birthday is on June 2nd. You learn something every 108.9 The Hot Morning Show.
We'll say it again. We love learning.
Gemini, yeah, I did do him. That was more of like a therapy session than anything.
Okay. Now, this one says Mr. Belding.
Oh, why would you bring up Mr. Belding?
Because it's on the list. It's got to be.
We don't know.
I don't know
one of the lowest points in my career.
Oh my God! Wow. I'm so. Would you like to talk about it? Now, of course, everybody, Mr. Belding,
of course,
the principal on Saved by the Bell,
the college years.
He's not dead, so you're making it sound like he's dead.
Is he dead to you?
He's dead to me.
Wow.
He thought that he was going to come in and get to control how he was depicted in Plaster Cast.
Wow.
And that's not how it works.
That's not how it happens.
How it's going to be is how it's going to be. And
that's not how the plaster is cast.
No, it simply is not. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Artist to artist.
So, yeah. Dennis Haskins.
What?
Dennis Haskins.
Not art, sorry, sorry, for art over here. Art, no. Okay. Artist.
Oh, okay. I missed.
Can't just jump in on syllables. Get back to your couch.
Yeah, get back in the copter.
Come on.
So bad story there.
Just all the way around. I for one thing, like, he is a shower, not a grower, and what I like about this work is the surprise.
Yeah.
You gotta be surprised when you're doing work. It has to surprise you sometimes. You gotta be surprised. Now, was anyone else around when you were trying to do Mr. Belding's dick? Well, I am sorry, Boss Ron. Let me rephrase. Was there anyone else around when you were trying to cast Mr. Belding's Screech?
Oh, why are you saying Screech? Screech is dead.
Oh, no, that's what we were trying to call his dick. Sorry, Boss Ron. We're just trying to... Sorry, we're getting confused here.
Screech died?
Yes.
Oh, did you not? Did you not hear this?
I got an interview booked next week.
Wait, we have an interview booked with Dustin Diamond next week.
I do, for he's coming on Rock Nights with Def Leppard.
Oh.
When did you book him? 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. You better update those calendars. I'm just letting you know, not to be the bearer of bad news.
I'm gonna have to call John Mark Paul Gosselaar, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
No, give John Mark Paul Gosselaar. That's his agent.
John Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yes. That's Screech's agent. We'll go to
I gotta call him. I don't know who you're talking about.
The only other person, oddly enough, in the room when I sculpted Mr.
Belding
was James Woods.
Weird. Now, did you ever?
That guy will surprise you.
He will.
He one.
Did you ever get James Woods?
I did.
Wow.
Any details you'd like to share?
Well, because I would love to share. In a wild twist, I was able to do his body from head to toe.
Oh my God.
Because he's a dick, and
so the whole thing.
Right. You can do top to bottom.
It counts.
If
That's
you
fantastic.
are a dick, then you can do it all.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that, because then we also know that would be great for us. Like, an artist can really give us insight into the human condition, who we are, who we don't know we are. And if you just cast a whole body if someone's a dick, then I'm just going to be like, Kevin Spacey, not good. Like, and then I just know, because I like to be told.
You say that so much. You say that every day. You come into the morning show and you just say, you don't even say hello. Sometimes you're like, Kevin Spacey, not good.
I wake up, I check for Lenny Kravitz's penis online. I say, Kevin Spacey, not good. I go into a rant about it for about an hour, and then I feel ready to go. I don't need coffee anymore. I just need that. But if you could do a plaster cast of the entire body of Kevin Spacey, then and everyone would be like, you're right, Jeff the Anger Man. You shouldn't be so angry about this one because it's just the truth.
Unequivocal evidence.
Well, Felicity, I hope you have a wonderful time this weekend.
I will not. I won't.
Fantastic.
True artist.
Well, the record con is happening at the Verde Convention Center. Felicity Plaster Caster will be there, not having a good time. We imagine the couch will be there, correct?
Of course, I scoot that couch everywhere I go.
Everywhere.
It's actually in the back. It's in the green room.
It is in the green room, Jeff.
I gotta get a look at that couch. I gotta look at that couch.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And I would like to formally give an invitation to Jeff, but not Wisp.
Oh. Whoa, looks like I got to keep that anger up, if you know what I mean. I don't need to get a little coy. I don't need to hear a...
Man, I'm going to lose my shit.
No. Oh, there it is.
I am going to lose my shit.
Wisp, put down your drone controller, all right? Just because I finally have something looking up for me. Don't let this get in the way. Oh,
Are
fucking
you
hell. God
fucking kidding me?
God damn it.
Barry, if you're over by the water cooler, You've got this coming. I am going to gut you. Hey, but we got a lot of great stuff coming up in the next hour. 108.9 The Hawk Morning Show. Jeff's going to talk tapes on The Hawk.
Let's get into tracking.
And now it is the interview.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Probably one of the easiest recordings we've done.
Well, because we're in the same room.
Because we're in the same room. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful, wonderful wife, love of my life, Kristen Bartlett.
Oh, my God. Hello.
I'll just say my friend Kristen. Sorry,
Hi.
I don't have all the other qualifiers.
I kind of front-loaded it there.
Hi, bud.
Would be amazing if I let it end with my lovely wife.
I would
That would be
totally,
nice.
I would just be like, I'm
we
going
had
to
like
gut
a-
you by the water cooler.
I was thinking if we had like a double hawk situation,
Double Hawk.
that'd be fun.
So you just did a show with Whisp and Geoff. How
I did.
was it?
It was fine.
Good. That's what we
Good.
love to hear
Yeah.
after every. Yeah, it was fine. We've
fine.
wanted you on the show for such a long time, and for so many times you said no.
Well, I needed to be unemployed.
Okay, good.
You
I'm
need to
very
be an
busy.
artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just being an artist.
I was just being an artist.
Just being an artist. Of course.
But I think it's great. I think it's good that you're doing this with your time. No,
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm just teasing.
Kristen's
I think that's very
given.
funny.
Jason and Jeff, I'm glad you guys are artists
Yeah,
as
I'm glad
well.
you're doing something with your time. Of course, Kristen Bartlett, former writer for Saturday Night Live, former co-head writer for Full Frontal with Samantha B, which was taken out in a drone strike.
Yeah.
It sure was. It sure was.
Former writer for Moriarty.
Moriarty?
No, Goodbye Handsome.
Goodbye Handsome. And
Moriarty.
I'm
Are you
thinking
kidding?
What the
random
fuck, Jeff?
mod
You're a
teams
mod
I
team.
directed.
You were Goodbye Handsome
there
and
was another
Mama's
one.
Gotta Go.
Thank you for remembering. Mama's Gotta Go.
Mod teams at UCB.
Yep.
And if you're listening and you haven't, we talk so much UCB that all of the
Hey, look,
Hawk
when the
listeners are
zombie
just
keeps
like,
popping its head up every week,
Yeah.
it's hard to not talk about it.
yeah. But
You would
those
know
are
her
the
from
sketch
Bridge and
teams.
Tunnel.
Oh, yeah,
you would know her from.
You would know me from Bridge and Tunnel from 5 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
You would know me from The Dad's Club, which was the show that Jason and I
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
at UCB for quite some time. You would know me from Twitter.
You'd know her from the twits
Yeah.
for single-handedly taking down Meghan McCain.
She moved because of me. She
Yeah.
said it in her
Fantastic.
book. She wrote about me in her book.
Yeah. She referenced you as the Samantha B woman,
Yeah, which you know
but
what?
not Samantha B.
I was. I think that was just so that I wouldn't sue her.
Yeah.
Real
that's why.
SBW.
Yes. Yes.
Samantha B. Woman. Kristen loves podcasts.
Famously, I love a podcast.
Famously, can't get enough of them. Just a podcast.
I think that they're all the right length.
Yeah, exactly. I think that they. What do you think is the right length for a podcast?
I think a podcast should be no more than 30 minutes.
That is ridiculous. That is hardly a
have time.
conversation. That
Oh
is
my
a
God.
that is a NPR dicking around, no information story.
When I did a podcast with my mom, we were getting down to like 15. You're going to put him outside.
Put him on the bed.
He's so over it. He feels the
Yeah.
same way that I do. 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just kidding. 15 to 20 minutes. No, I love this podcast. I'm grateful to be on it. It's an honor.
Sounds sincere.
It's a real honor. And hopefully you'll have me again.
No, yeah, we'll definitely
we'll
have you.
definitely have you again. We always say to our guests, we'll definitely have you again. But if there's one person, I'm definitely saying we definitely got to have you again.
We gotta have you again.
We got to have you again because when you get a reaction like it was fine, it just
It's the best. No, honestly, this was a very, very fun episode.
Do you
Thank you
think?
for.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if
God,
it
it was.
was. Okay, I hope.
Yeah,
I'm not an improviser. That's not what I do.
you are an improviser, though. You're one of the best improvisers I know.
Oh my God, you are a
I'm
liar.
not an improviser at all. I have an
I'm
entire
not really
show.
an improviser.
where I do
Yeah.
it.
All right.
We all took the sketch path.
Yeah.
We did take the sketch path, yeah. We did. And that has made all the difference.
It has. It really has.
That's like that. Yeah, that's like that. What Walt Whitman quote, I believe.
Robert Frost.
Robert Frost
Yeah,
said,
I took the sketch path while everyone else improvised, and that is what shall make all thy difference.
Robert Frost famously never got on a house improv team.
No.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Abby
Anywhere.
and Alana, Robert Frost.
So funny.
Well, you before the show started, you said, "Don't ask me about plugs. I don't have plugs.
I have nothing to
I
plug.
have nothing to plug."
I'm just sitting here.
You're getting ready for fall. You're excited for fall.
I am excited for fall. That's my favorite time of year. But the fact that we moved to LA is like, oh, why would we do this?
But it's also like when it starts to get cold here, it's almost like it's fall for months, like a very long time.
But it might be a minute until it does. But still in my head, like it feels like it could be fall because we've lit a Yankee candle. That smells like
you light a Yankee candle. It's fall.
Look,
like
my Ralph's
cinnamon.
has already put up Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
It's fall.
I love that.
Oh, my Ralph's has Christmas up.
Really?
Got Christmas and Halloween fighting.
Yeah.
in the Sudafed aisle. And
The
it's just
war
like,
to end all wars.
they're both fighting over meth materials.
Halloween. Christmas.
So I am getting ready for that. And I'm also doing a lot of writing on the side. I have a movie that I've written and hopefully there will be good things to come from that.
Yeah, and you're doing some other stuff, which
I'm
is
doing some
exciting.
other
We can't
stuff.
really talk about yet, but
Hopefully soon.
hopefully soon you
Hopefully
can.
we'll plug it soon.
We'll plug. You'll come back.
I'll come back
You'll
and
come
plug.
back and plug then.
Yeah.
Then I'll plug like crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we'll have somebody come on. I will actually probably play Gary Sinise in that episode.
Definitely.
No, I'll have to be somebody else then.
Oh,
I'll be somebody positive.
So Felicity Plaster Caster is never going to return to 108.9
Oh, she
The
did one
Hawk.
episode. That's right.
There you go. That's how you do it, folks.
Wow.
These people shouldn't come
That's
back.
how an artiste works.
That is
These
true.
people
An
shouldn't come
ultimate
back.
artist.
Nobody comes back and plays the same character. You got to
Never.
play someone
Yeah.
new.
I have influence on the show in surprising ways. You did my cheeseburger.
I did. I like mine with mustard and tomato.
Cheeseburger.
We were going to Cheeseburger in Paradise in Jersey.
Sure.
And she just blurted out the lyrics, like what she could remember of the lyrics. And she said it with all the conviction in the world. We're in the car and she's like, I like mine with mustard and tomato. Cheeseburger. So from now on, whenever we sing,
she remembered what she could to the best of her abilities, and what she remembered was tomato.
right,
The only ingredient she remembered in the right order.
and the
Because
point,
now I'm
and the
like,
point,
I don't think there's even mustard on the cheeseburger in Paradise. I like mine with lettuce and tomato, big kosher pickle and French fried potato, big kosher pickle and a whole cold draft beer.
I like mine with mustard and tomato. Cheeseburger. And we're going to end it with that.
No.
Perfect.
Is there a real interview or do you just
This
like
is
hang
a
out
real
with people?
interview.
This is a real interview.
This is
This
real.
is
So
just-
thank you so much for being on the show.
Usually people ask me questions about like what I think.
What do you think?
What do you think about the world, Kristen? Tell us.
You asked us to. What do
Yeah.
you think?
What do you think?
Kristen Bartlett. What do you think?
Okay,
Welcome to One Question with Jason and Geoff.
One
We have one
question.
question. It will get to the heart. Kristen, what do you think?
What? If you could bear with us for a moment here.
Yeah.
Kristen, we do have to ask.
Yeah.
What do you
What
think?
do you think?
What do you think?
I think that we're all doing the best we can. And for everybody, that means something different. And for you, it means that every Thursday you come in here and you do this. And I think that's good.
I agree. I think that's great too.
It's beautiful.
I also have to say
Yeah.
that I like
Yeah.
mine with mustard and tomato.
Cheeseburger.